Family and friends, this is Gina. Welcome to my channel. This is a channel full of fun, education, financial opportunities, and motivation. In today's video, we will take a look at the overview of risk management framework. The question is, what is risk management framework? In 2014, the Department of Defense introduced the risk management to help federal agencies better manage the many risks associated with operating an information system. That needed to protect the information system. Step one, start with preparation. Step two is categorize the system. Step three is selection of the controls. Step four is implementation of controls. Step five is assessment of the controls. Step six is authorization of the system. And step seven is monitoring the controls. And all this can be taken, this categorization of the system can be taken from FIPS 199, Special Publication 800-60. Selection of controls can be taken from FIPS 200, Special Publication 800-53. Implementation of the controls can be taken from Special Publication 800-34, Special Publication 800-61, and Special Publication 800-121. Assessment of the controls can be taken from Special Publication 800-53A. Authorization the system is taken from Special Publication 800-37. And monitoring the controls can be taken from Special Publication 800-37, Special Publication 800-53A. So let's talk about the categorization of the system today. And next time, we will talk about selection of the controls. Family and friends, if you are new on this channel, please subscribe to the channel so every tutorial or every lecture that I bring on this platform, you can learn with me. We are all learning, so we can learn together. So for a system to be categorized in the federal agencies, there are ways or steps we have to take before we can get to that point. Okay. First thing you need to use to categorize the system is security objectives. And the second one is the impact level and the high watermark. When we talk about the security objectives, we have three security objectives, which is confidentiality, integrity, and availability. Confidentiality, preserving authorized restrictions on information access and disclosure, including means for protecting personal privacy and proprietary information. A loss of confidentiality is the unauthorized disclosure of information. So, for instance, if you work, maybe you are protecting Apex system, you are not supposed to let your friends or other people know what the information contains in this system. You are supposed to keep every bit information secret, and the information are not supposed to go to like somebody who's okay, let me pay. There are hackers around who want to pay or who want to hack into the system. Or like let's say a friend will say, let me pay you this amount so you can get me this information. This patient social security number or this patient. No, you can't do that. So that is why we talk about confidentiality. You must keep the information confidential. Okay. So when we talk about integrity, guarding against improper information modification or distraction and include ensuring information non-repudiation and authenticity. With the integrity, all the information must be kept the same. You are not supposed to take something from a word from the word, or you are not supposed to take some and add some. Just keep it the way it is. So when you talk about availability, in all this, all the information must be available at the right time. So let's say a patient comes to the hospital, right? And the patient is like, okay, I need my medical record. It should be available. All the medical records should be available for the patient. You can say, okay, um, because of hackers we got breach or something, so we cannot provide you with your information. No, that is not fair. So all this must be available to the patient at the right time. So apart from these security objectives, to categorize the system, we have the potential impacts on organizations and individuals. Phipps publication 199 defines 3 levels of potential impact on organizations or individual. Individuals should there be a breach of security. The application of this definition must take place within the context of each organization and the overall national interest. The potential impact is low, high, or moderate. If the potential impact is low, the loss of confidentiality, integrity, or availability could be expected to have a limited adverse effect on organizational impact, organizational operations, organizational assets, or individuals. So when the impact level is low, sometimes it doesn't actually does not affect a human being, or it does not affect the death of people. It's kind of the implication is like a limited adverse effect means that, for example, the loss of confidentiality, integrity, or availability might cause a degradation in mission capability to an extent and duration that the organization is able to perform its probably functions, but the effectiveness of the function is noticeably reduced. So therefore, work can still be done with that system, but it's just reduced. It's just reduced. It's just affected it a little bit, but it's not like too much. So in this way, work can still be done, but just in a minor damage that the system it's caused. Okay. So when the potential impact is moderate, the loss of confidentiality, integrity, or availability could be expected to have a serious adverse effect on organizational operations, organizational assets, or individuals. Which is the implication? A serious adverse effect means that, for example, the loss of confidentiality, integrity, or availability might cause a significant degradation in mission capability to an extent and duration that the organization is able to perform its primary functions, but the effectiveness of the function is significantly reduced, which will result in significant damage to organizational assets, result in significant financial loss. So, of course, there is going to be a kind of loss. There's going to be a harm to individual that does not involve loss of life or a serious threatening. So let's use the healthcare system. Let's take patient information, for instance. Okay, so if the potential impact is moderate, which means that with the patient information, the threats or the hackers attack the system in a way that affected it really affected the asset of the organization, the financial loss, and it affected the individuals, but does not affect the life of the individuals. I hope everybody is understanding me. It does not affect the life of the individuals. Yes. But in a different way, when the potential impact is high, the loss of confidentiality, integrity, or availability could be expected to have a severe or catastrophic adverse effect on organizational operations, organizational assets, or individuals. Which is the implication? A severe or catastrophic adverse effect means that, for example, the loss of confidentiality, integrity, or availability might cause a severe degradation in or loss of mission capability to an extent and duration that the organization is not able to perform, or one or if one may lose its primary functions, result in major damage or organizational asset, result in major financial loss, result in severe or catastrophic harm to individuals involving loss of life. So when the system is high, which means that it is going to involve in life, it's going to involve in life. So this is a serious matter. So therefore, the organization must take good care of this situation and find a control, find a security controls to fix this situation. Security categorization applies to information systems. So our next slide is how to categorize the system. If you are new to this channel, please subscribe to this channel. So when we are continuing with selection of controls, you can get this, okay? So security of categorization, how to categorize the system. The security category of an information type can be associated with both user information and system information. So in this way, we are going to use confidentiality, we are going to use integrity, and we are going to use availability to categorize the system. That is the security objectives. And then the impact that is going to have on the system is what we are going to pair it with. So when you come here, the general format for expressing the security categorization, this is the general format. Example 1. Let's do an example, okay? An organization managing public information on its web server defines that there is no potential impact from a loss of confidentiality. So the word here is no. There is no potential impact from a loss of confidentiality, okay? A moderate potential impact from a loss of integrity. So the word here is moderate, a moderate potential impact from a loss of integrity. So which means integrity is going to be moderate, okay? And a moderate potential impact from a loss of availability. So which means availability, the impact on availability was what? Moderate. So that is why when you come down to the formula, it has Confidentiality is none, so NA. Integrity is moderate, okay? Availability is moderate. So with this system, the attack did not really affect the death of people, okay? Though it was moderate, it affected the system, but it did not, and it affected the assets of the company, but it did not affect human being life. Let's do example 2. A law enforcement organization management extremely sensitive investigative information determines that the potential impact from a loss of confidentiality is high. The potential impact from a loss of integrity is moderate, and the potential impact from a loss of availability is moderate. The resulting security category, which is the SC, come down here for the formula. The SC investigative information is confidentiality is high, integrity is moderate, availability is moderate. So in this system, we will say because they were not able to keep their information system confidential, the impact was high. So which means the impact affected human being life. So this system have to find security controls to fix this situation. Integrity is moderate, availability is moderate. Family and friends, I'm going to end this here. Please subscribe to the channel. So next time we are going to talk on selection of the controls. If you are new to this channel, this is a channel of fun, educative, financial opportunities, and motivation. Family and friends, we will talk later. Bye.